most boring chores while getting ready is ironing the clothes. But what if clothes did not wrinkle? Wouldn't that be amazing? Is it practically possible? Yes, a type of synthetic fiber called polyester has the property of being wrinkle-free. So can we make clothes out of polyester? Most definitely. Polyester is widely used today for making a variety of clothes. The naturally occurring forms of polyester include the cutins of plants. However, when we make synthetic fibers of polyesters, we employ coal, water, air, and petroleum. The fibers can be drawn into fine threads that can be further woven into yarn. And what kind of fabrics can be made out of polyester? A whole range of outfits and home furnishings can be made using this synthetic fiber. That's correct. Right from shirts and pants to blankets and bed sheets, many things can be made out of polyester. And is the use of polyesters limited to clothing? Absolutely not. We can make airtight containers and engineering resins. What are these, by the way? Airtight containers, as we know, are used for storing food and liquids. Engineering resins, on the other hand, are plastic-like material. They have better qualities than plastics and are therefore chosen over plastics in many industries. But how can synthetic fibers be used in so many different ways? Making a variety of clothes is something we can understand. But how can we make containers from the same material? Well, the answer to this question is polyethylene terephthalate. And what could this be? Abbreviated as PET, it's type of polyester. The property of being thermoplastic gives it a preference to make airtight containers. What do we mean by thermoplastic, by the way? It is a substance that can be molded on heating and solidifies immediately on cooling. That is the reason why it has got industrial applications as well. Now, is there any kind of clothing in which we haven't used synthetic fibers yet? Just think for a moment. Let me give you a hint. We have talked about outfits like jackets, shirts, pants, skirts, and dresses. But we've not talked about warm clothes, right? Wait, we know that warm clothes are exclusively made out of wool. So which type of synthetic fiber can be used to make them? Well, the next fiber in our list is what we are talking about. The fiber is called acrylic. Acrylic fibers also, just like nylon, were synthesized around 1940. The first variety of acrylic fiber made under the name Orlon. Later on, many modifications were made in it that could help in obtaining better varieties of acrylic fibers. The starting material for acrylic fibers is acrylonitrile. It is usually made by reacting acetylene with hydrogen cyanide. So how exactly are these soft fibers made? Acrylic fibers are first formed as long filaments of acrylonitrile. Then these long threads are cut down into smaller ones. Lastly, they are spun into usable forms like a long piece of cloth. Just like the woolen ones, can we get warm clothes from acrylic? Although a few properties may be different from wool, the softness and warmth is quite comparable. And is there any other application of acrylic fibers besides warm clothes? Yes, there are many. Some most common ones include making artificial fur and border lines for gloves and shoes. Modified acrylic fibers can also be used in making artificial hair and wigs. So can you tell me the list of all synthetic fibers we learned till now? Yes, we learnt about rayon, nylon, followed by polyester and acrylic fibers. Looking at their properties in general, can we say that synthetic fibers are always better than the natural fibers? Not really. But why? We have seen so many advantages of synthetic fibers. For this, let us understand by taking a simple example. What will happen if you burn any of these synthetic fibers? They won't only catch fire, but will also start melting. Now just imagine if an outfit worn by a person made out of these catches fire. Unimaginable tragedy, right? That is the reason why synthetic fibers are not always a choice for every type of garment. Especially while working in laboratories and kitchens, the aprons used are usually not made out of synthetic fibers. So why do we use them then? Well, synthetic fibers do have a large variety of good properties as well. And what could these properties be? To know them, you will have to watch our next video.